The thing that surprised me the most was the community aspect. I kind of knew that I would be getting kind of the correct path to go through, what trails to go through, what kind of professional development to go through. But just the community aspect is what really kind of blew me away. Being involved in the study group was, to me, the best part of it. To be honest, we still meet to this day every week, even after we've all passed the exam and landed jobs, just to share and learn and encourage each other. We're pretty much family at this point. We've met every single week since October. So the community, that was kind of the biggest surprise for me. The past 5 years, I've been involved in the automotive industry, kind of in somewhat of a leadership role, managing the receiving department. And kind of over the past couple of years, the automotive industry had kind of been very up and down for a variety of different reasons. And just kind of thinking about where I wanted to take my career and kind of my future. I kind of always knew I kind of wanted to get into kind of tech. There was kind of a little bit of a tech role with kind of what I was doing, and I really enjoyed that part of the job the most. And kind of just doing research, came across Salesforce, came across Bradley's YouTube channel, and just really dived in there. And then that's kind of what led me to join the program. So that's kind of what led me to kind of Salesforce. What I was led to kind of during my research was Trailhead, which is kind of what most people were led to in the beginning. And as you know, there's a lot on Trailhead, so I kind of didn't know where to go, what to start with. And then I turned to YouTube just for kind of guidance, and really resonated with Bradley's videos. And kind of hearing about the program, I knew it would be a really good fit to kind of have that focused path, and not only just the path, but the community, being able to be around like-minded individuals that are on the same path to learn from, to connect with as well. So once I kind of looked into that, I knew that it would be a really good fit. My main concerns was I wanted to get to where I wanted to get to kind of as quickly as possible. I kind of saw how things were going in my current industry, and it kind of you can kind of see the writing on the wall that things were going to get pretty rough very soon. So that kind of played a factor into it as well. And then kind of looking into kind of the future career path in Salesforce, and kind of how that could be kind of changing from not only just from a financial perspective, but from a lot of other perspectives. So kind of factoring all those in, it was definitely worth it for me to kind of join. Yeah, I joined the program in kind of late October of last year. Pretty much as far as the time perspective, I tried to spend as much as I could. I was working a pretty demanding full-time job, but nights, weekends, mornings, anytime I could fit it in, even during lunch, sometimes I'd hop on Trailhead to kind of knock some of those out. So pretty much any time outside of work, I was kind of trying to dedicate to that path. Going back to that kind of that community aspect, I was able to kind of meet a lot of different people, network with a lot of people, and through that process, kind of led me to an internship at a consulting firm. And that's kind of how I got my original start, kind of working underneath a senior consultant, working on a variety of different projects, really being able to kind of take what I had learned from the program and kind of, add value there, as well as learning a lot of other things. That's kind of how I got my start, and things went well with that, and it ended up leading to a full-time offer. But again, all the stuff I had learned throughout the program, all the soft skills, all that had played a factor going through that process. The title of the role is Salesforce Technical Consultant, and gotten the email, and it was just an incredible feeling, because just from kind of where I started at, not really having a history in the industry, and had going through kind of all the steps of the program, kind of everything kind of coming full circle. So it was surreal, that was kind of the goal I'd had for such a long time, to be able to kind of pivot industries, because at the time, I had been, doing this while I was working in my old industry, and late nights, early mornings, all of that. So getting that offer was just an incredible feeling. There were two aspects that were the most valuable to me. The first one being the study group, just having that kind of, obviously the community has been incredible, being able to reach out at any point throughout the day and get kind of feedback and advice, but being able to meet every week with the same people and kind of really get to know each other, really get to know our strengths and our weaknesses, and be able to kind of motivate each other and keep each other accountable and help with learning, because we all come from different backgrounds, so we can all kind of add value from our perspectives when we're kind of going through the trainings. So that was kind of the most important thing to me. The second one was the internal project that I was able to get involved with inside the program to actually get real life experience. That was to be able to kind of put what you had learned from kind of passing the administrator exam into actual practice with gathering requirements, going from start to finish. That was incredibly valuable for me moving forward. I wish I probably would have done LinkedIn more earlier on. I'm not as active as I'd like to be right now, just because things are really busy with work, but that's a huge an element as well, to be able to kind of start building a brand. I'm seeing how valuable that is now, because this career path is, you could do this for 20, 30 years, kind of the consulting, you could do it your entire career. So having that kind of backlog of building a brand and building connections, which I would have kind of done a little bit more in there earlier. What I would recommend is to, because everyone's kind of situation is different. Some have full-time jobs, some don't. I would kind of look at your schedule, look at your kind of allotted time, and kind of schedule like how much time you can kind of do kind of consistently on a daily basis. There's this story, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it was kind of like there were two groups of individuals that had to kind of hike through kind of this mountain. And one group was like, we're going to go as much as we can go every single day. We're going to keep walking until we can't walk anymore. And then there was one group was like, we're going to walk 1 mile every day. And that's all we're going to do. So even if we feel like we can walk more, we're just going to stick with that 1 mile. And kind of the end of the story is that one group that focused, I'm just going to do the 1 mile consistently every day, made it, to the end. So that's kind of what I would recommend for students when they join the program, is to kind of, whether it's an hour, whether it's 2 hours each day, just to consistently do that every single day, versus trying to like, okay, I'm going to just do 8 hours today. That's how you get burnt out. So that's kind of what I would recommend.